Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about case taking in children. So in case of children, there are many times if the child is small by his age, then there are problems with communication. It would be difficult to understand the exact sensation of child, the exact complaint it's suffering. So in such situation, while taking the case of the child, we have to collect the symptoms from the parents of the child, from the relatives of the child, and when we are collecting symptoms from the parents, from relatives of the child, when we put the questions or when we ask the question to the parent or to the child, then our observation, as in every type of case, our observation should be very keen, very proper, and in the same way our observation while taking the case in children, it is very much important, and we should observe the interaction between the child and parent while taking the case. When we ask any question to the parent or to the child, with our observation we can understand the concern of parent towards the child's health, towards his interest, how the parents are concerned towards the child's health and his interest. Also, we get the correct idea about do's and don'ts in family. Then many times we cannot we cannot give privacy to the child while taking the case. So especially in children, it is very important to maintain the privacy while taking the case of children to get the desired information, because many times the child, he hides something from his parent, from his relatives, but when we provide privacy to the child, then he easily interact, he easily give the detailed information whatever we want. And this maintaining privacy while taking the case, it is many times overlooked in case of case taking in children. Then in acute condition of the child, when the child is suffering acutely, then as we are dealing with the acute case in adults, we collect the symptoms, whatever we observe, whatever we obtain the information from the patient as well as his relatives. In the same way, in case of children also, we collect the rapidly obtained information from, if the child is able to talk, then from child as well as from his parents, from his relatives. And with this information we can form or we can make a acute totality of the case, and with the help of this acute totality we can able to find the simillimum so that the patient get relief from his acute complaint. And as we are doing, as we do in adults in acute condition, as the acute condition is over, we can again retake the case, we can again take the case of the patient in detail and find the anti-miasmatic or constitutional remedy so that his recurrence, his miasmatic background, his all the his disease condition, it get cured permanently, and with the help of anti-miasmatic, with the help of constitutional remedy, the patient feel better. In the same way as we are doing with adult case, in the same way after acute crisis is over, we take the complete case again and find out anti-miasmatic as well as constitutional remedy in children. While taking the case of child, there are many things, many important things of which we should take care of while taking the case in, especially in children. Do not, first thing is not to ridicule. What is ridicule? Means not to laugh, not to make comments, not to express as what the child is expressing foolishly, which foolish things for such foolish things the child was feeling bad. So our expression should not be such ridiculous. Do not to ridicule. Then never laugh at the child when the child was seriously talking about anything. As per our age, if we think the matter, it is not that much of depth, that the matter was not that much serious, but then also we should not laugh at the child when the child is seriously. We should be serious while hearing or while collecting the symptoms from the child. We should respect the emotions of the child. Not to be funny or not to make a fun of child playfully or unkindly. Never make a fun of a child playfully also, in easy way also. Easily we should never comment or we should not make a fun of child, because it may hurt the child and the child may not open up. Then if the problem is related to child's behavior or adjustment in home, at school, then in society, in such situation, in such case, parents as well as child should be given suggestions separately or both together as necessary. So, as the problem is related to child's behavior, we should give suggestions to the not only to child but to the child as well as his parents. The suggestions given by physician should be separately or both together as necessary. In younger children, the observation of parent and physician, it is important how the child was behaving, how the child was reacting to the question, how the child was expressing his way of talking, his way of answering. So observation from our side as well as observation of the parent, both it is important in younger children. While taking the case history or history of the children, there is some criteria. As we take the case in adults, the same way we should take the case in children, but there is some difference. There is some extra things which we should collect while taking the case history of children, that is prenatal history, birth history, history after birth or postnatal history, then developmental history, immunization schedule. So these are the important things, and we should collect the symptoms of the child, as we should collect first chief complaint, then associated complaint, then past history, prenatal history, birth history, history after birth or postnatal history, developmental history, then immunization history, then family history. Consider child as a person, so take mental, general, his physical characteristics, his life situation, his physical general symptoms, as well as physical examination also done in case of children. In this way, all these things are very much important in case taking of children, because with all these points we can able to construct proper totality, and when we construct proper totality, which lead to an effective management, that is to find simillimum. In this way, while taking the case in children, we should remember all these points, that is we should collect the symptoms from his parents, his relatives. The most important thing is we should maintain the privacy while taking the case. We should not ridicule, we should not laugh at the children, we should not make fun of children or child while taking the case. We should give proper advice to children as well as his parents whenever necessary. and while taking the case we should take the case in proper chronological order so that we can able to construct the proper totality of the patient, proper totality of the child. And when we can able to construct the proper totality, then we can able to find out the proper simillimum. So this is all about the case taking in children. Now our next topic is case taking in old patients, in older patients. The older patients or individuals has multiple chronic diseases impairing one or more functional capabilities due to their age. There are the person, the old individual, the old patient, he was suffering from multiple diseases, multiple chronic diseases, and due to long suffering from these multiple conditions, there may be impairment in their some functional capacities, like diminished hearing or diminished sight or difficulty with ambulation. And these things are very much important, that is diminished hearing, sight or difficulty with ambulation must not be overlooked by primary care provider. These are very much important things, and the primary care provider, he should advise the proper way that these patients, these old persons, they require consultation with appropriate specialist. In older patients, physician must have to understand how disease process present in older individual. How to find out data required by excluding those under consideration. So, while treating the old patient, the physician must have the idea how the disease or when the disease was started, how it was progressed, and what is the present condition of the patient. And he should find out the proper data from the patient by excluding those under consideration. Presentation of disease is less dramatic and less specific. For example, if there is mild confusion which may be due to pathological condition of central nervous system, but at the same time it reflects congestive heart failure, pneumonia or fever, whatever cause. So we should always remember, or we should always consider all these things while taking the case, especially in old patient. So we should find out what may be the cause under this disease condition. If there is mild confusion, then what may be the exact cause of the confusion? It may be due to old age, due to pathological condition of CNS, but at the same time we should never neglect the possibilities of the other conditions. Many times the old patients, they are very much confused, having poor memory, loss of memory, communication disorder, as well as there may be perceptual impairment like dysphagia, deafness, so that they cannot able to communicate properly with the physician, with the relatives, with his neighbors, because of their poor memory, because of their confusion in memory, because of their communication disorder, their perceptual impairment like dysphagia, deafness. And in such situation, in old patient, the physician may felt difficulty, but then also he should have the patience while taking the case in old patient. Never lose patience. The physician should have the patience, as many symptoms are chronic and due to old age. So many times, as in chronic cases, the patient think that it some chronic symptoms, they are their physiological state of their body. In the same way, as many symptoms are chronic, and due to old age, patient think that anyone can do nothing for these symptoms. So they fail to maintain those symptoms. While treating, the old patients, they do not felt that these symptoms are important, and so they does not mention those symptoms. And so, as the physician cannot get those symptoms while taking the case, so his totality, his portrait of disease is incomplete, and the cure was not possible in such cases. Then, while treating the old patients, we should also have knowledge of his social circumstances to understand the patient. While doing physical examination, we should give attention towards his functional abilities as he is old in age. The functional abilities are very much important. The functional abilities of the patient are like, is the patient is able to walk safely with or without support? Can he cut and eat food by himself? Can he able to chew the food or not? Can he able to take his medicines himself or require help? Is she confused? Can he or she able to dial the phone? So these things, these functional abilities, they are very much important, as the patient can able to do all his activities by himself or with support. He should require support, he should require help of someone else to do his all daily physical activities, as we discussed just now. That is, he can walk with or without support safely. He can cut, eat food by himself. He can able to chew the food. He can able to take his medicines by himself. He can able to dial the phone. We should always give attention towards these abilities, because due to old age there may be changes in their functional abilities. Diagnosis of the disease, especially in old patients, it is made with patient's full understanding. After taking the proper case, after inquiring each and everything, including mental, physical, general, physical particulars, then after understanding all these things, we should diagnose the case. In older patients, therapeutic modalities are beneficial than pharmaceutical agents. Means how the patient was doing his daily functions, with our observation we can able to collect the modalities of the or history of the patient. Then by observing or by knowing the medicines whatever he was taking. As example, large, if the patient is using large handle fork or any other devices, adaptive devices for eating, he cannot able to eat with his hand. He cannot properly move his fingers. He cannot able to do proper movement of his fingers, his hand. So he was using any type of adaptive devices for eating. Then how he was walking? Is he using the walker to walk? Is he need any support? Show us weaknesses or damage, or may uh, especially in old patient. Which are the weaknesses of the old patient? Which things or which part of the body was not functioning properly? Which part of the body, its function, it get damaged? So these things are very much important to know, especially in old patients, so that we can find out the proper functioning of his each and every part of the body, of his mental state, of his physical state. So to find out all these things, the proper history taking is very much important. It is very much necessary that we should take the history of the patient properly. In this way, by taking care of all these things, we should collect the symptoms from the patient, from his relatives, from his family, from his friends, his neighbors, and we can able to construct the proper totality, especially in old patient. So in this way, we should take the case in older patients, so that we can find out the proper minimum, and we can able to give the relief to the old patients from his suffering. Now, from case taking, our last and most important part was remaining, that is case taking in unconscious patient. So in this way, we have completed acute case taking, chronic case taking. In chronic case taking, which difficulties we may face while taking the chronic case. Then what we should do when the case is one-sided. What we should do when we get only common symptoms. If what we should do in case of epidemic or sporadic diseases, how we should find out the genus epidemicus, then In case of mental diseases, when the patient is suffering from any sort of mental disease, then we should not consider it as a separate entity, but as per our principles, we should consider the person as a whole, individual as an inseparable whole. So, mental disease we should not consider as a separate entity. Then, in case of children, which things are important to remember, which things we should follow while taking the case. Then, in old patients, what we should do, what thing is important while taking the case, especially in old patients, which things we should observe properly, so that if due to his old age, as the patient is having the poor memory, as the patient is having the communication disorder, as the patient is having dysphagia or deafness, and he may felt difficulty while narrating the properly his all symptoms. In such case, we should have patience, so that we can able to collect the symptoms, maximum symptoms, with our observation, as well as by collecting the remaining symptoms with the help of patient's relatives, his family, his friends, his neighbors. In this way, in older patients, though we may felt, or though the physician may feel difficulty, with then also with patience, he should tackle the situation. He should collect the symptoms from the patient. While taking the case, to find out the proper portrait, we should remember all these things. Then only we can able to reach towards the simillimum. Thank you.